get your Rolls Royce or Bentley GM swap today. All right, update. Got the gas tank back in. I usually like to use the factory tanks. Usually always can. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you got to go with like an aftermarket fuel cell. But factory ones usually always go right back in. They work with the frames that I use. Nothing really interferes. But I like to use a factory tank because number one, they're large. I think they're 22, 25 gallons, not exactly 100% sure. I believe the Phantom tanks are a little bit bigger. And obviously they're custom fit. I mean, they fit in there perfect. They fit right around that spare tire. And as long as they're in good shape, as long as they're clean, I got no problem using them. All the tanks on the Silver Clouds are aluminum. This one is actually steel. Go figure, the whole car is aluminum and this one's steel, but whatever. It's nice and clean inside. This was actually a running car when we got it, so didn't really have to do too much cleaning out of the tank. Still have the factory fuel sending unit, factory pickup, all that stuff. So this way he still gets his fuel gauge, he still gets everything. Everything works. It's just more appropriate to keep the factory fuel gauge. You know, I prefer to run the original style rather than aftermarket. Just try to keep everything looking original on the inside. So now that's in, we're going to be working on the fuel pump. I normally use the Walboro 255 right on the rail, so I'll probably end up putting the pump right here. And I use the Corvette fuel filter regulator, just goes right after it, and then that has the return, it goes right back into the tank. So pretty simple setup, effective. They're good for some pretty decent horsepower. So I mean, we're not going turbo or supercharged or nothing, so he doesn't need any more than 255. So, but I use the factory, I don't know if you can see that, use the factory pickup tube right here, run a line right to the fuel pump, and one line in. So also mocked up for the drive shaft. I got this two-piece. I just got these hangers hanging it up in place for right now. I need to get the proper ends. I could get the proper end for this transmission, and then I could figure out I could start measuring to get this custom made. But that's where it's going to sit. Carrier's already bolted. Obviously it'll all be brand new carrier, brand new everything, new joints and everything, but it's just sitting up there for now, just so I can get an idea. So when we're ready, we'll go ahead and mount all that into place. I'll get that sent out and get it built. So, but it's looking good. It's where we're at. Once we're all done underneath, sealing everything up, we'll go ahead and undercoat the whole entire thing. Make it look pretty, seal it up, make it weather resistant. But yeah, it's looking good. Alright, so that's strapped down in place. Run a hose right there to the tank, and then run this to the pressure regulator, and then one return back to the tank. So what are we doing here, Lewis?
Wiring up Al's Rolls Royce.
Oh, wow. You do all that yourself?
Nope. Robert did it.
You have to keep it family friendly. This is YouTube. Show them your happy side.
I don't have a happy side.
I know. So Lewis did all the audio and speaker hookup in this 1961 Rolls Royce Phantom. Got all the amps, sub box. What else? What else you got? What else you do to this thing, Lewis?
Nothing new.
Oh, you're real chippy. Power inverter. Gonna be putting a couple wine coolers here. I have a bar, little bar back here. Getting there. All right, time for the drive shaft. So basically, just got to adapt it to this transmission. So what we did is we got the end. This actually came with this motor and tranny swap. We got the end. I bought a brand new rubber flex joint, bolted it together. So now that's set where it's supposed to be. Now what we do is we take it, we measure it from here, right to this end. Because it's already bolted in place. That gives us our set mounting location. So we're gonna measure from there to here, write all that down, and then when we give it to the guys to do the drive shaft, they'll go ahead, they'll take the shaft off and they'll mount it right to this flange. Same thing with the rear. Got everything set in place. We got it set about in the middle of the slide shaft. So this way, go ahead, take it, run it all the way to this U-joint. We measure from center U-joint to center U-joint right here. And then they take this shaft, they cut it off, and they add a new shaft. They balance it, put new U-joints in it, and we're good to go. So there you have it. Drive shaft's out. I got everything written up for them how we want it. All the dimensions, part number for the U-joints, what I want. Go ahead and get this thing sent out. Get it done. Alright, so basically I was pretty much just showing how I made this support piece. This is just for the brake pedal assembly. Keeps everything nice and stiff and tight. Just in case you gotta really stomp on that pedal, it's not gonna go anywhere. Normally I make these up for all my cars. I just, kind of showing how I did it real quick in the video. But basically it's just bolts to the top, bolts to the firewall where everything's reinforced and strengthened. Because you really don't want these brake pedal assemblies flexing. You want it as rigid as you can get. I mean, you're gonna have a little bit of play, that's totally normal, it's fine. But these really stiffen it up and make it nice and solid. It's just this one little piece. Like I said, it goes right on top, bolts up, keeps it solid, we're good. So, there it is. Alright, so basically a bit of an update where we're at right now with this thing is rocker panels are finished, they've been finished, but we finally finished sealing them up. Gas tank is in, fuel lines are in, brake lines are in. I do need to bleed the brakes, that will be next. Still have to bench bleed the master cylinder, all of that stuff, but making good progress. So the roof we had to do in 2 pieces. That's because my machine is 40 inches wide and this whole piece is 48 inches wide. So we had to figure the best thing to do was just cut it in half, bend both pieces, and then we'll weld them up later. So what I'll end up doing is I'll pull this off since we have the curvature where it's supposed to be. I'm going to weld these together, get everything welded up, and then we're going to go ahead and prep the roof. Get all that stuff welded on. Still have to do the rails on the side, the drip rails. Once we get the roof finished, the sides finished, and any other metalwork, small metalwork pieces that we got to do, Then we go ahead and start working on the body work. So there is some corrosion on the body. Aluminum does corrode. Unfortunately, it's not foolproof when it comes to moisture. So we got some moisture that was behind that. So we'll go ahead and we'll fix all that up. Underneath there is a little bit of rot. Again, the main structure underneath is all sheet metal. So we're gonna get all that taken care of. It's definitely gonna be a process. It's a big car. There's gonna be a lot of body work. But the main thing is we're gonna get all these panels welded into place where they gotta go. I'm gonna have to frame out here for the windows. Then we could get templates made up for the windows, send those out to get cut. They are flat, just like the original, that they're all flat on the sides, so we're good there. We are gonna insulate the inside. I used the stick-on insulation, and the Silver Spirit stuff is great. Good sound deadener, good insulation. So we're gonna do the same thing for this car. On the floor, on the roof. We'll get it all nice and quiet. Nice and soundproof. So stuff takes time, but we are making progress on it every day. We are coming down to a lot of the small things that we're gonna have to do, just small things here and there. That's normally what takes the longest. Just doing all the little things.
I hate it here.
You love it.
Tomorrow.
On this episode,
Jordan yelled at me
I yell at Sam
to get to work, and I do it.
to get to work. Ooh.